from Soundgarden, Kim Thale. Very exciting stuff. There is a Soundgarden, what is it, a live collection? I should get this or know about this before Wednesday.
Live from the artist's den.
Or Thursday.
I have one upstairs.
Thank you.
Take a look at it.
Thank you.
Can't have it.
I can look at it.
Look at it. Can't touch it.
Can just look at it.
You can't even touch it.
Just pet it.
Don't even look at it.
Admire it from afar.
It can't be played.
All right. So I'll just tell Kim that I had a chance to look at it.
That's right.
I was in its presence.
Potential Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Potential. So, yeah, looking forward to that. And I'm sure there's going to be another guest. We just don't know who that is yet.
We don't want to give too much away.
This came together very last minute, folks, obviously, because we're just announcing it on the air now.
Well, a lot of planning goes into these.
So L.A.
By the time it gets to you, a lot of work has been done.
L.A., circle the wagons and get the word out for me, because we want let everybody know that this Thursday I will be back on the patio. As Roger said, it's been a little bit because we did the last thing from the new SiriusXM studios with Joe Elliott, and it's been a while. And looking forward to being back there at the Rainbow, which, by the way, the Rainbow is the subject of a new documentary, which I was just sent a link to that doc, which I am greatly looking forward to watching. When I'm going to have time, I don't know. The challenge with links, which we are in a link world, is a lot of my reading happens on airplanes, and airplanes have not gotten to the point yet in terms of a Wi-Fi connection that supports streaming.
I hope they have some good vintage footage.
I do too. I'm really looking forward to seeing it, so I'm going to try to watch it soon.
Do you remember the first year you went to the Rainbow?
Probably would have been like the first time or two that I went to L.A., which would have been like 86, 87, something like that.
That's, the height of...
Oh, I remember I walked the Sunset Strip, everybody flyering and putting their flyers on the wall, and I went to Gazzari's. I popped my head in there a couple times, and so I did see the Strip in its glory of the late 80s there. So, yeah, so we try to recapture some of that and get some of those stories, although Kim being from, I'm assuming Kim is from Seattle, so I don't know how much Sunset Strip or Rainbow action he'll have to share with us. But needless to say, a lot to talk with Kim from Soundgarden about on Thursday from the Rainbow.
I found the trailer for the Rainbow documentary. I'll put it up through the Twitter feed.
Okay, cool.
It'll be interesting because, you have Soundgarden coming to the Sunset Strip, and the whole grunge scene is one of the things that... was kind of I wouldn't say
they killed it. Let's be honest, they killed it. Not them. No. The whole scene killed it. Killed. Like raid on an ant. Killed. Overnight. Boom.
Wasn't that quick.
It was
pretty fast, though.
It was damn fast.
It was pretty fast.
I worked in rock radio, man, and I watched CDs on a shelf change from Skid Row to Soundgarden overnight.
Yeah.
Hey, what happened to the Warrant CDs? Couldn't even find them. They were locked like something that could never be touched again.
They're in landfill with
God.
those E.T. Atari games somewhere that will never be found.
Man,
in the Nevada desert.
Abrupt.
Yeah.
So anyway, but we hold no ill will now in 2019 because looking back in retrospect, of course, Soundgarden, a tremendous band. And, Kim has wanted to come on this show, and we have a couple mutual friends for a long time. We've talked about it ever since when I do shows from L.A., which is often. But here's the deal, and I, as a nocturnal person myself, I can appreciate this. Kim would never do it because he lives in the Pacific time zone, and this show live is 11A to 1P, and much like Marilyn Manson, who we had on an L.A. Invasion because we time shifted the show, he's not getting up before 1 o'clock to do a radio show. So some may say that's crazy, but I actually don't because I understand it because I'm not to that degree nocturnal, but I am very nocturnal myself, but that's crazy nocturnal. But yeah, he's just like that. It's just too early. All right, so speaking of time shift, so I talked a little bit about Exit 111 and then over to Mega Cruise. And there was Mega Cruise sailed in the Pacific time zone. So it was 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., the live window, of course, on that ship. not easy getting people out of their cabins at that hour either. Should have done the mega cruise in the time shift because, man, but Phil Campbell from Motorhead, of course, who now Sanity has come back into play, and Phil and Mickey rightfully back on the ballot. Phil walked in. He was booked, if you remember, to do this show from the cruise. Phil walked in. He sent me an email telling me this. Saw the crowd. Didn't know I was doing the show in front of a live audience. Got a little freaked out by that. And then he heard me talking about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and didn't want any parts of that and left. That's what happened and why Phil didn't do the show when he was booked. It was nothing personal. He was not aware there was going to be audience there. And at that time, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame thing for Motorhead had been announced, but he and Mickey were not included in the induction. And I said to Phil, I said, what you heard me talking about was my outrage that you were not included. Now, if you've been following the story, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame got its head out of its ass and have added Phil Campbell and Mickey D to the induction if Motorhead actually gets in, which we don't even know. But at least they fixed it. But as I said on social media, it's all you need to know about how much of a regard they have for heavy music at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame that it had to even come to this. Disgraceful, really. Disrespectful, really. But you're talking about, a place that made Kiss and Alice Cooper and Rush wait for years. So what do you expect? But at least it's fixed. So maybe we'll reschedule Phil, whose record comes out on Friday and sounded real good on the cruise. And we'll see if we can get him to at least call in. He lives in England, I believe, or Wales. I'm not sure where.